Welcome to Kaumudy Global. Sir, my daughter was also with me in the bus. Her name is Anjana. Hope she is fine. 40-year-old Asha Ajith, English teacher of Baselios Vidya Niketan School in Vettikkal, asked Minister K Radhakrishnan about her daughter Anjana, who was also her student at the school. Minister was helpless as he didn't know how to console her. Minister had immediately inquired on the status of Anjana and came to know that she is no more. This was one such pathetic situation which led many people to tears who kept track of the recent tragic accident at Vadakanchery which shook entire mankind. Another victim of the road accident, Rohit, was an employee of a private firm in Coimbatore. He was returning to work after pooja vacations. Rohit was also a great basketball player and golfer. It was his father, Ravi, who dropped Rohit at the Thrissur bus stand from where he boarded the ill-fated KSRTC bus. As the bus left from the bus stand, that father never knew that his son would never ever come back. After getting into the bus, Rohit called up his father, who said, "Son, close your eyes and try to sleep." Ravi did not know that those were the last few words he spoke to his son. Hours later, Ravi got that shocking news that his son Rohit is no more. For Rohit, a member of state basketball team, national team was within his arm's length. Thomas and Mary are in great pain at the loss of their son, their only child, who came into this world after 14 years of their marriage. Chris Winterborn Thomas Mulandurthi, who died in the horrific bus collision in Vadakanchery, was a 10th class student in Baselios Vidya Niketan School. Along with his studies, Chris excelled in sports and was very popular with the locals and his friends. A tourist bus carrying an excited group of 42 children and 5 teachers on their school trip to Ooty rammed into the back of a KSRTC bus and fell into a swamp. The tourist bus hit the KSRTC bus while trying to overtake a car. The tragic bus accident at Vadakanchery has spread gloom across Kerala. 9 persons, including 5 children who were part of the school trip, died in the accident. The tragedy of this accident is accentuated by the fact that it could have been avoided if laws were followed. The primary reason for the accident was overspeeding by the driver of the tourist bus. Without a speed governor, buses like these are not allowed fitness certificates. This bus too had a speed governor, but it was disconnected. Otherwise, it cannot travel at a high speed of 97.7 km per hour. Those who disconnected the speed governor and those who gave the order to do it are the main culprits in this accident. Speed governors were made compulsory after studies showed that overspeeding was the main reason for accidents. This accident shows that inspections on roads are scarce and also brings forth the mindset of people who think they can do anything reckless on public roads. There are rules given by the Education Department that must be followed by school authorities when they take students on school trips. One of these rules is to inform the government authorities about the trip. This rule is seldom followed by any schools. The Tourism Department has also given a guideline that buses on the list of tour operators must only be hired for the trip. Most of the school authorities are not even aware of such guidelines. From this incident, it is clear that most of these instructions and guidelines are not followed. A rule must be implemented that when a school trip is planned, the school management must first take permission from the Education Department. If this permission is found not to be taken during police inspection on the way, then the vehicle must not be allowed to go forward with the trip. The trip must be planned in such a way that the destination is reached by 10 p.m. It's a piece of common advice given by older people to avoid traveling at night. The Vadakanchery accident occurred after midnight. Only if we take extra caution can we avoid accidents like this in the future. Preliminary investigation has revealed that this tourist bus has violated every law. It was found that the bus had a deafening horn and luxury lighting. There are also reports that the tourist bus involved in the accident at Vadakanchery bus was on the blacklist of the Transport Department for violating laws. This must be investigated properly and those found guilty must be punished immediately. It is good that the High Court has intervened in this issue. The President, Prime Minister and Chief Minister have expressed grief at the shocking news of the accident. The Prime Minister has announced ₹2 lakh for the families of those who lost their lives in the accident and ₹50,000 for those who are injured. The grief of the parents who lost their children cannot be described in words. The families of all the 9 persons who died in the accident will carry the painful memories of the accident for a whole lifetime, and we too share in the deep sorrow of those grieving families. Even as there is a recurrence of road accidents involving students, rules such as no study trips at night are being widely ignored. The government order states that there should be no travel from schools between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. Since 2007, the Department of Public Education has issued strict guidelines on what to follow right from planning the trip. As per law, all schools, including CBSE schools, are required to seek the permission of the DEO by giving details of the journey. In the case of +2, permission from Regional Deputy Director is required. There should be a prior understanding of the specifics and security arrangements of the place to be visited. The schools should also inform about the accommodation, place of visit on each day, time of departure and return, etc. Supervising teachers should ensure that the vehicle does not have any technical faults or overspeeding. They must also ensure that no more than permitted number of passengers are traveling on the bus. Places that are academically relevant and suit the financial situation of all children should be chosen. The school authorities must come to an agreement with the PTA on matters like itineraries and accommodation. This is Anjana signing off. Do like and share this video. For further updates, subscribe to Coumudy Global.